All right, yeah, I just turned it on. You can see the bubblers are working. These two are working about like I want them. But then I guess my calculations on flow, volume, pressure didn't quite work out. You see that one is a little bit less. It's still working though. But then the other two, as you get down in the pond, really don't. I wanted a little bit of surface movement just to get some oxygen in there. So what we're going to do is, one of the reasons I'm going to take this GFCI apart is to give me a little bit more time for the air temperature to warm up, because I just checked and it was 54 degrees this morning. So probably the water in the pond is warmer. So I may just want to get in there and go up to my neck and stay warm. But we'll give the sun a little bit more time to pop out. And then I've got to go in the pond and make some adjustments, and we'll go up to the shop and talk about what we're going to do on that one. So our panel now is all hooked up. Our two breakers are in, and one for our pump, and then the other one for the outlet. And we've got the outlet mounted, wired in. We've got the irrigation clock that goes down to the solenoid all set up and operational. And it probably won't show up on this, but it's all functioning. I ran it last night for about 4 or 5 hours. One of the things yesterday, as I was finishing this up, I had this receptacle in here. Turn everything on, nothing. Well, it turns out this is bad. It was one I had. I don't know why I didn't throw it away, but I had it in my electrical box in the shop. So what we're going to do, because I'm curious to see what it looks like, what a GFCI looks like on the inside, I'm going to take it apart and give you guys a little preview of that. It's pretty complicated. Maybe that's why it costs so much money. Right here, that's a coil. Red, just little fine copper wires. Kind of little brass, I guess, for the plugs on springs. Pieces are falling out everywhere. But let's see what else. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Okay. That's the bottom of the circuit board. A lot going on. Interesting. Magnet inside. So that's pushing back and forth like a switch, I guess. Engaged, disengaged. I don't know what that is. Again, a resistor or something. No, I'm not going to pull all that copper wire off of there and take it to the scrapyard. There it is, a GFCI guts inside exploratory video to show you guys what's happening in here. That wasn't enough time for the air temperature to rise probably more than to about 55 degrees right now. So I guess we're just going to have to tough it out. All right, so what we're going to do to make the adjustments on our on the pipes, the risers that are in the pond that have the holes drilled in them, we're going to add some patches. And so if you remember, basically we have, the pipe running along the bottom of the pond, and then we've got T's, and the pipe comes up, and there's a cap that goes on here, and I drilled a hole right in the center of the cap, and some of them I drilled holes in the sides because I wanted some circulation going out laterally, as well as some water popping up to the top to get some air bubbles. Well, apparently I have too many holes on the front, the ones closest to the connection to the main line coming down from the well, and by the time it gets to the end, there's not enough volume to really get it to come out of up to the surface. So what I'm going to do is I cut, these are pieces of metal flashing, aluminum flashing, and then a piece of inner tube rubber. And so I'm going to put that on the pipe on the sides and block a couple holes on each one, and then I'll come in over the top. One-handed is a little hard to do. Anyway, you get the picture. I'm going to slide this hose clamp over the top of it, tighten it down, and it should pretty well seal those side holes off, and force most of the water up to the top, out the cap, the hole in the cap. And everything is underwater. After I've thought about it some more, there's going to be enough circulation from that. I'm really wanting the air bowls, the aeration. And so we'll try it. We got to get in that water. I'm going to, it's a little chilly. It's 54 degrees, like I said. I've got my swim trunks on. And I was hoping not to have to do this, but for y'all's viewing pleasure, I'm getting back in this pond in a little while. But first, we're going to take apart this.